Oh boy, one of the worst hot takes of the year has come out. Miles Luna is contending for what might be the worst hot take in 2020. This is on legendary proportions as he has made fun of Tifa Lockheart from Final Fantasy VII, and people are just outraged. It was really bad. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So Miles Luna has opened his mouth again. And if you know Miles Luna, he always says something stupid because he always puts his foot in his mouth. So of course, he deleted the very tweet that got him into trouble. He stated, "I deleted it because, upon reflection, I agree that it was a joke made in poor taste. I feel like all the Final Fantasy VII characters dressed ridiculously, but having Tifa singled out definitely made it seem like I was specifically picking on her. Sorry." This was so bad that even people from Japan were tweeting about this. And boy, did they get him. I'm going to translate this for you because, oh Lord, you want to talk about taking jabs? They are roasting him. Miles Luna, who worked as a screenwriter and voice actor for RWBY, said Final Fantasy VII Remake is a strange game, fighting monsters and looking for cats with ladies of the night. I know Tifa is not a lady of the night, but in this town, compared to other people, her outfit is pretty W. I write Lady of the Night in the sense of insult. This tweet has already been deleted. So, Miles Luna, as always, not thinking before he speaks or tweets something out. You know, he's an idiot and a liar. I mean, that's very apparent. Many people can tell you that about Miles. Thing is that he thought that, oh yeah, he could just brush this off and delete this as soon as possible. Miles, the internet never forgets. You might want to think about that before you start saying stuff, because this is what's going to get you roasted by people on social media when you don't think before you speak. Are you ready for this tweet? Here it is. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a weird game. Sometimes you fight monsters, sometimes you look for cats with your Lady of the Night friend. Oh, Miles, no. You didn't say that about Tifa. Oh, Miles. Ah. How could you say that about one of the most beloved video game characters of all time, Miles? Oh, that is a terrible hot take. Oh. But it gets worse, because he also had another tweet that he deleted, and this is what he also stated. "Now I have to sit in a bar and wait while all the other characters have a meeting. Also, I know Tifa isn't a lady of the night, but compared to literally every other person in town, her outfit is, something." Lol. Oh no, Miles. It's bad enough you had the first tweet. That was already bad. And now you do this. Oh, Miles. Oh, man. Wow. I'm going to get into all the reasons why Miles is a hypocrite for also saying this stuff, because the man, like I said, he's an idiot. Prepare yourself. So this person, B. Wormhold, continued to go through more of Miles' tweets and talk about the other things in terms of what Miles has said. Konosuba is interesting, but it's ruined every time I see female characters being overly used for attention. It's good for erotic shows, but this is different. Congratulations on International Women's Day. Look, women's players don't hurt if they hit. I'm a person who wants to praise a woman. And now here's the tweets this person is roasting Miles over. "Enjoy Konosuba so far, but man, does it bum me out every time I see a new anime that hyper-focuses female characters in practically every shot. If you're a sexy show, fine, show all the butts. Butts are great, but this show ain't giving equal butts." Wait, what? What is this? What? How? What? The point of watching an anime is for fun and entertainment. What in the world are you going on about here, Miles? Are you joking? Like, this is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. You don't even know what Konosuba is about, do you? Are you sure that you really watch it? I mean, oh man, looks like too much Aqua on screen, or too much Megumine or too much darkness on screen is a bad thing to Miles. Oh no, apparently we can't have enough screen time of Aqua. Oh man, it looks like we gotta pull her back for Miles because Miles can't handle women. Like, what is this argument? This is so stupid. And this is hypocritical coming from Miles, who writes for a show where the 4 main characters are all female. I just want to throw that out there. And like, it's funny that, you say you want to represent women. Well, I would think you would enjoy Konosuba because 3 of the main characters are female. I mean, and they're 3 great characters. All 3 of them are great, Miles. What's wrong with all 3 of the female characters in Konosuba? I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I mean, Megumi is clearly best girl, but I'm just saying. If anything, Miles, it sounds to me like you can't handle fan service. That's what it sounds like to me. Happy International Women's Day. I'm lucky to know so many amazing women, and Ellie Mae amazes me every day. She works so hard to try and put good things into the world. Her talents never cease to astound me, and her kindness always inspires me. I also happen to love her a lot. And then Miles goes on to say, hey, men of FIFA, take note of how these women are able to collide with one another without rolling around on the ground in pain. So, let me get this straight, Miles. So you want to praise women. Okay, I get that. But then, if it comes to fan service in an anime for female characters, oh, you have a problem with it. Are you joking, Miles? Are you kidding me? And then the next tweet this person found was about Miles and his VR experience. The first person I met in VR chat was the Orange Man avatar. Is it possible to escape the dung sandwich even in virtual? The Orange Man is barbaric, disrespecting women, disregarding immigrants, disregarding minorities, and disregarding the environment. I'm just lying, and honestly, I don't want to hear any voice. Oh, wow. Oh, and here is actually what Miles had to say. So we're going to take a look at these tweets, because Miles really loves to go on about the Orange Man bad stuff. Fired up VR chat, and the very first other player I encountered was using an Orange Man bad avatar. Even in the virtual world, I can't escape that effing turd sandwich. Are you seriously that triggered over seeing Orange Man in VR chat? That sounds like more of a political statement to stay in touch with the Tumblr demographic that makes up the IMO majority of Rooster Teeth's viewership than it does a joke or complaining. This person continues to go on. I respect you guys for what you do, but it's annoying to a lot of people, even those who don't like the Orange Man, for you guys to just bash him constantly without making a clear or objective point as to what you disagree with about and actually using facts debate. And then he goes on. He is rude. He disrespects women. He disrespects immigrants. He disrespects minorities. He disrespects the environment. He disrespects other countries. He lies constantly. And really, if I'm being truly honest, I am just so sick of hearing his voice. This shows you Miles and his entire TDS, because that's what he has. He has Orange Man derangement syndrome. That's what he has. He does not like him, and at every opportunity he bashes him. Instead of being criticism, no, it's just how much he hates him. And these are things people are tired of. They don't go to entertainers for their politics. That's not what they care about. If people follow entertainers, they'll follow them because they like them for their work. It's not about politics, but of course, leave it to Miles to always have to talk about his politics and try to shove it down everyone's throat. The ending of the second phase of Gate is like Japanese military propaganda. And then this is what Miles said. Okay, the Season 2 Gate outro straight up feels like Japanese military propaganda. It's weird. Wait, what? What? That's not propaganda. Miles, if we want to talk about who's inserted propaganda into anything, you've inserted propaganda into RWBY. I mean, look at Volume 7. That's all it was. It was literally one big message of Orange Man bad that you tried to push onto your audience. That's all it was. So, I don't want to hear anything about propaganda from you, Miles. Miles has been to Japan before departure with my grandma. If Miles went to Japan and met her beautiful daughter, she would have a cute oriental grandson. Don't believe a Japanese girl, Grandma. Do you assume that Japanese women have light butt for white people? There are people like that, but is it okay for Miles to laugh? And then the tweet here is, you need to be safe on your travels. Don't trust anyone, even those Japanese girls. I could just walk around quoting my grandma all day. I don't know, that doesn't sound too good of an idea there, Miles. I'd rethink that. 2011, belittling a female Japanese goalie. 2014, enjoying an imitation. 2018, this episode seems cheering, but considering he praises women and still is ist, doubt arises that he make light of us. People can change, in some cases would so, and then here's his tweet. But, here's the thing. Go back 2 months ago, Miles blamed his writing on a specific color of people. Miles admitted that maybe being 22 years old and having 2 white men did not help with writing a complicated race storyline when RWBY began. It was probably overly ambitious. Are you joking, Miles? I talked about this before. It's absolutely absurd. Now, this person that talked about all this stuff, what they said was, I don't mean to blame anyone for being ist. I am just fascinated with haughty hypocrites. And we're going to go into more of why Miles is a hypocrite. People were saying this might be the greatest day in the history of mankind. Funny because Yang was supposed to be based off of Tifa. More people say the Japanese is going after Rooster Teeth and Miles Luna. I repeat, the Japanese are going after Miles Luna. This is the best. Another person said, I can't believe Japan is canceling Miles, LMFAO. I mean, they got him. Talk about the roast. They got him good. Another person responded saying, the whole last season of RWBY is actually just his TDS screeching. Person responded, that bad, eh? Yeah, from fake news to US election hacking to basically turning a normal fishy businessman into orange man bad and making a rebellious Hillary OC, whose all wrongs are right due to RT males being male feminists. Their last vice president, Michael Quinn, turned out to be a wife abuser. And that's just the last volume surface issues. Yeah, true. That it is. So, Miles Luna refers to Tifa Lockheart, a martial arts expert of Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake, to a lady of the night because of the way she dresses. Here's a woman's MMA fighter for comparison. I wonder what real women fighters would think of that. And then, of course, you see the comparison between Tifa and then an actual MMA fighter. Thing is, I mean, look at MMA fighters. I mean, seriously, look at Tifa. You compare this. I mean, women do kind of show off some skin, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're not going to see them going around in big, puffy jackets fighting each other. I mean, that would be absolutely ridiculous. And, I mean, would Miles consider that? I guess by what he stated, would he consider that a lady of the night then? I mean, what standards are there here, Miles? Because, you see Tifa here. Thing is, when you look at her character, I don't see anything like that. But, apparently Miles thinks that. And funny thing here to note, Tifa was actually the inspiration for one of the main characters of RWBY, that character being Yang. The creator, Monty Ohm, he actually based Yang off of Tifa. There was actually a lot of elements he took from Final Fantasy because he was a Final Fantasy fan, and Yang was actually based off of Tifa. So, Miles saying that, I mean, does that mean that you're saying that about Yang too then? Does that mean that Yang is also a lady of the night then? Person brings up here, which is a good point, dude, you have no respect for ladies of the night. And then, of course, here's this, with the, trivia for Death Battle, right? Monty Ohm mentioned that Final Fantasy was one of the many inspirations for the RWBY franchise. That includes Dust, includes many other things, and that also includes Yang, as I stated, being based off of Tifa. So by saying this, wouldn't you be directly insulting Monty as well? I mean, think about it. Person brings up this point. Maybe you should apologize to Monty. Tifa, along with other Final Fantasy characters and the cast of Dead or Alive, were a major inspiration for the show that you're still making money off of. I'm so glad I stopped supporting Rooster Teeth. And another person said, I guess every girl that dresses sporty is now a lady of the night. You don't even know what kind of character she is. Good job, idiot. Oh, and the roasts don't ease up. They get better as time goes on. Character. A lady of the night in a demeaning way based on how she dresses. That shows lack of respect for women in general and for ladies of the night in particular. It does. It shows disrespect for women. But the thing is, Miles is a hypocrite because he is one of the people that approves, by the way, of character designs in RWBY. And if you were to look at some of the designs, not just Yang, that would make you question if Miles sees all those characters as ladies of the night then, by what he stated about Tifa. I mean, come on, Miles. What in the world? What in the world are you thinking? Like, I don't think you are thinking. I don't think you're thinking at all, because you never think before you speak, and you always put your foot in your mouth. Yang is literally based off of her. Monty got his start with Dead Fantasy using the Lady of the Night character in the animation. His throwing shade at the very character that is a direct inspiration for the show he works for is hypocritical and stupid. And that's true! It is! Exactly. It's very hypocritical from Miles, but then again, who's surprised? It's Miles Luna. And then, of course, another person said, take the L, don't pretend like it's just a joke, bro. Right. Because, thing is, he deletes this tweet to try to, get people off his back, instead of just embracing what he said, which makes him look worse. I mean, it's bad enough that he said it, but it makes him look worse. Just saying. The funniest thing about Miles is that he calls Tifa a lady of the night, but then you take a look at some of the character designs he's worked on, and oh boy, his logic disintegrates effing instantly. Which is so true. I mean, you have characters up here that are Cinder, Blake, Yang, Neon, Emerald, and Best Girl, the Ice Cream Queen, Neo. And I guess by the standards of Miles, each one of those characters, I guess they would be ladies of the night in his point of view. I mean, you're a hypocrite, Miles. Absolute hypocrite. Ho ho ho, Mr. Miles Luna. If nothing else, dude, I'll say you got some big balls to say such things about one of the most iconic and beloved female characters in fiction. Then you delete the tweets and apologize in a comment instead of up front. Yeah, see, you should have just straight up acknowledged the fact that you said it, and instead you tried to hide what you said. It makes you look way worse. Way worse. Also, you really have no reason to talk about any character in Final Fantasy VII is dressed when you got characters in your own show dressed like this in the Arctic tundra. Here he is, RWBY fandom, your precious boy you protect and defend. He's just like us, who you all demean. He's spot on with that. So, he's under the impression that white people can't be victims of racism, and made a comment about a beloved character that is not only inaccurate, but it's extremely ist. Why does the fandom defend him again? I have no effing clue, man, and I at least liked him as a person outside of RWBY, but after this man, F Miles. Ooh, yikes. Man, did he really apologize for that tweet from the category, it was a bad joke, sorry, but it's Square Enix's fault. When the character design is stupid, and Tifa looks especially stupid, that's very, very low, even for him. Yeah, and Miles always continues to do stuff like this. It's not the first time. The worst part is that Monty the now dearly departed creator of RWBY, based Yang's fighting style off of Tifa's. One of his favorite characters, it just seems a little tasteless to call your dead boss's favorite characters ladies of the night when you're still using his characters. And that's the thing, this is also insulting to Monty, because, like I said, Monty, one of his favorite characters was Tifa. And to say that about Tifa is also saying that about Monty's characters. So each character that is dressed in that way, apparently that's how Miles views them. I mean, it's from his own mouth. It's from his own words. It's ridiculous. Bruh, this man-child can't say that when Yang's Volume 1 to 3 outfit exists, which was probably based off Tifa, and Pyrrha used to fight in a effing miniskirt and backless breast armor. That's true, which hilariously was the love interest for his own character, by the way. The love interest for Miles' character was Pyrrha. So I guess Pyrrha would be viewed that way too by Miles' standard. Good God. Like, Miles, you don't understand what you're saying at all, do you? So another person came in here and said, I think you're missing why people were frustrated, Miles. Likening Tifa to a Lady of the Night is pretty damn insensitive, especially considering that she dresses no more provocatively than most RWBY characters. Also, deleting it instead of owning up to your mistake in a public tweet. Oh, Miles. I mean, think of this as, are you that cowardly to not just live up to what you said? Because that's what this tells us. It tells everyone that you're that cowardly that you can't live up to what you said, so you deleted it because of all the flack. Good one. What an idiot. And he sums it up to the way Tifa Lockheart is dressed and clearly deletes it like a dumbass. But then something big happens, and Premium Heart 77 then responds again. Thanks to those that defended me in my call-out post to Miles Luna, and fully understanding he showed no remorse with a non-apology. Rooster Teeth has responded to sick their toxic RWBY fandom on me now. The toxicity in their fandom extends even from the creators. Kinda sick in my honest opinion. So this person got attacked because Rooster Teeth told their fans to attack them. That's terrible. Absolutely horrible. You don't do things like that. It's like I always say, don't ever, contact these people, don't harass them or attack them, don't do any of those things, right? That's what I always say. Because, that's not good. And you shouldn't. You should not contact these people, just leave it alone and let the situation play out how it's going to play out. Thing is, RT had a different matter on that. So Rooster Teeth sent out their RWBY fans to attack this person. It's not right that they did that, and you'd never do that. It's disgusting behavior, and you don't ever do things like that. That's awful. I mean, Rooster Teeth should be ashamed of themselves. So then, interesting note though, Eddie Rivas cucks Miles by saying, it feels like a weird time to share good personal news, but I've been promoted to writing supervisor for Rooster Teeth Animation. So, excited about this week. Can't wait for people to see all the things we've been working on, plus the upcoming projects we're going to start working on soon. So the very next day, Eddie Rivas cocks Miles. What? It's just, oh man, Miles, you were such an idiot. And ever since then, Miles has gone silent. He has not said a word, and yet he lives every day on Twitter. So this is new that he has not said a word in almost 2 days now, as of the recording of this video. But it goes to show that Miles is a hypocrite. You need to think twice before you speak. If you actually respected the characters that you even write for, oh yeah, you definitely would have thought that one through, but you clearly don't. And you can't even go 2 whole months without making a terrible hot take. Good on you, Miles, because I'm sure you'll probably stick your foot in your mouth yet again, and it'll be another terrible blunder under your belt. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here, and make sure you are still subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels, so make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like if you enjoyed. Also, be sure to share the video on social media, spread the word, and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.